You are watching Park TV. Welcome to Monadnock Tonight with your host, Steve Jackson, coming to you live from the Park Theater in downtown Jaffrey, New Hampshire. Join Steve and his guest today, magician, illusionist, and comedian, Ben Pratt. Now sit back, relax, and here's Steve.
Well, hello, friends, and welcome to the Park Theater, and welcome to Park TV's Monadnock Tonight. It is Thursday, January 21st, 2021, and it's about 5 p.m. here on the East Coast of America, and this is show number 62, and it's a tangy 24 degrees outside the studios of the Park Theater. And yes, I am Steve Jackson. I'm the CEO of the Park Theater and your host for this show. And we are so glad that you could join us. Today, we will be chatting with someone who intentionally fools you, who makes you believe the unbelievable. No, he's not a politician. Today's guest is a master illusionist, and stay tuned. He'll be on shortly. And as I mentioned last week, we are now simultaneously broadcasting to Twitter and Twitch pages, our Twitter and Twitch pages, in addition to the long-running Facebook and YouTube. And so you've got a lot of different places you can catch us live and also archived. And you can always tell your friends to go back and check out all of our videos of our prior shows. You've got 62 to look at. That's a pretty good amount. As I mentioned last week, get ready for some more virtual entertainment, that in the form of concerts, theater, magic. And we're talking to a lot of artists that you have seen on our shows, seen at events that we've had, the Park Theater's had in the past several years, but some artists that you do not know, and some who are regional, some who are nationally known. And but we're going to be putting them through on their paid ticketed events that you'll be able to see in the comfort of your own home. So there'll be some coming up in every month, continuing through the spring. So be on the lookout for that. This week on Park Pix Flicks, where we curate the best free films on the internet, according to us, we present Marlon Brando. And I know there are a lot of Marlon Brando fans out there. Well, this is one of his earliest films. It is from 1954. It is called The Wild One. And you may have seen it, you may not have, but it co-stars Lee Marvin, and it's about Johnny, Marlon Brando, and his motorcycle gang who are out for kicks, and the sheriff doesn't like it. But the sheriff's daughter likes Johnny. So that's the storyline. Let's take a look. Here is the trailer from 1954, The Wild One.
First time I went out scrambling with the rebels. Remember?
What do you want me to do? Send you some flowers? What's the matter, Kathy? I was only trying to...
We got this town on the rope.
Come on.
Get to work on these boys. Anybody bring a gun for me?
Yeah, here's one.
Phone's dead. You better send somebody for the militia.
Well, I think you'll get a kick out of that. So that'll be on, if you go to theparktheater.org and click on the Park Pixflix logo on the top right, you can see that tomorrow. And there are many other films there to see as well. And also, there'll be a post on it tomorrow on Facebook, and you can go directly to the film from there. So that's a little bit of free entertainment for you. But now let's get to our show. If you watched our New Year's Eve party, you saw today's performer. I have to say, I love magicians, as I'm sure many of you do. My fascination started at a very young age, and I think Ben will be talking about his fascination began at a young age. You're amazed, you're bewildered about how they do it, and you're awestruck. And they look like the most powerful people on earth of what they can do to trick you into understanding what, or to present an illusion to you. So our guest is Ben Pratt, and Ben grew up in the very small town of Stoddard, New Hampshire. He's been practicing magic since he was a young boy. He leaves audiences amazed wherever he goes, and he's performed all over New England, including Gillette Stadium, Mohegan Sun Casino, even a few spots on TV. Notably, he has won first place in the New England Magic Contest, not once, but 2 times. And he also won third place in the New England's Got Talent contest. So I think he knows what he is doing. Ladies and gentlemen, Ben Pratt.
Hey.
There is Ben.
What's up, fella? Happy to be here.
I'm glad you are here. I am glad you are here.
Yeah.
This is going to be fun. We have not, I was telling Ben when we were having some pre-interviews this past week and before, that we have not had a magician on Monadnock Tonight. We have had some comedians, but not a magician. So this is a first for us.
Yeah.
So before we get into some sampling of your wizardry, how does a young man from a small town, Stoddard, become interested in being a magician?
When you're in a tiny town, like, let's be real, there's not a lot to do, right? So I was left with not much more than basically Super Nintendo and watching TV. So one of the things that I remember distinctly was at my grandparents' house, which coincidentally was actually our neighbors, because all of my family members was literally all of my neighbors within like 400 acres of each other. So like, first off, I'll say, like, my parents owned the store in Stoddard, and my uncles owned the car garage in Stoddard. My grandmother was the town tax collector. She was also head of the graveyard committee. Very, very official. On top of that, at the time, Stoddard had the smallest public school in the state of New Hampshire. And when I graduated in the 5th grade, there was only 6 of us, and half of us were cousins. So I am literally that hillbilly guy that people love to joke about people in New Hampshire. And look how I turned out. So,
So where did you start to, was it watching, a magician on TV?
That's right.
Was there a particular magician that caught your eye?
Yeah. So I was going to get into that. I was at my grandparents' house, and I watched David Copperfield on TV. And to this day, Copperfield is still my number one magician. He's the reason why I got into magic. I've seen his show a few times. I absolutely love that man for always and forever. because he changed my life forever. He did a thing on TV where he had this big saw and it slowly came down. It was like an escape gone wrong kind of premise for the trick. And so he's just essentially just lying on this table and he just cuts himself in half. And then someone says, "Move your feet," and his feet start kicking around, and it was the greatest thing. And I was like, "That's magic, Grandpa! I want to do that." And then, you know, before you know it, I got all the kits you could get from, you know, Kmart and Bradley's back when Bradley's was a thing. And and then when my teens, I also got some gifts from a magic shop called Hankley's Magic Factory, which isn't around anymore, but you know, and a lot of those tricks that I originally got years ago, I actually still use in my actual show today that I've done tens of thousands of times easily. So, and the rest is really kind of history, you know. A lot of it is just, you know, learning from other magicians and also just just getting my own lunch money to buy my next trick when I was in middle school and high school. And just really just at that point when I started doing shows when I was in high school, it's kind of what I was like, you know, this is really what I enjoy doing. I think this is maybe what I want to do, you know. And the rest, like I said, is just history. It was just a lot of just working at it for years and years and years and changing it all the time. It still changes all the time. And I just really love the creative process of the whole thing. It's super fun.
And but to move it from a hobby to a living, how did you go about saying, you know, I'm going to be able to go on the road, I'm going to make a real living out of this?
Yeah, sure. So when I graduated high school, I never went to college, first and foremost. And for me personally, I love college. I respect it for what it is, but I just chose to never go to college. So the first thing I did is I immediately got a full-time job working third shift at a grocery store. So I would literally get no sleep for the longest time. So I would be, you know, I would start doing, putting together shows during the day and raising money through my job, and also taking some marketing courses like online and stuff to know how to kind of sell the show and whatnot. And a lot of trial and error went into a lot of that, you know. So that's really it. I mean, it's kind of not as exciting as people think it is. It's just a lot of like learning and studying and really kind of perfecting it in front of a live audience until, you know, you get something that just kind of bites and kind of works. You know, that's really kind of it in a nutshell.
Yeah.
So.
And of course, any performer over the past coming up on a year, sadly, close to it, has been like almost any profession has been affected by COVID.
Yeah.
How has it affected you? I mean, I'm sure it's been tough to be able to get out on the road because you can't.
Yeah, it's been super rough. I mean, I lost, like I said, close to $30,000 worth of work. So, I mean, you know, at the end of the day, I'm just kind of an average dude. So I kind of ended up having to get a part-time job so I can get some money income. I have gotten some work last year in 2020. So when I do get them, they're very rare. I definitely count my lucky stars when I get them. So a lot of them were kind of private gigs. A couple of them were these public gigs where they're very socially distanced and stuff. And that was a real challenge because like I'm really used to just like kind of getting in people's face and really just almost yelling at them and in a very you know, not so harassing kind of way, because that's just kind of my style when I perform. It's very loud and in your face. And so that was like really kind of hard to kind of draw back from, because like that's kind of what I naturally want to do, right? Because I want to get close to people. I need to touch their shoulder or do things to them to make the whole thing work. And you know, so I pretty much had to create like a whole nother hours and like an hour stand-up show that I would have that's just kind of so different to make it work and do a live show. And you know, whenever we have people on stage, we try to wear masks and stuff like that. You know, we play all the rules and do all the games, trying to stay 6 feet apart and whatever. So I came up with a couple bits of magic so I call them the socially distanced card trick, you know, which is one that I do. And so it's just a lot of that, really, and I can't deny that the shows that I have done were great. They were super awesome, and everyone was like just understanding and whatever. And they're just like the people who actually would show up to the shows are just like happy to be out. They're just happy to be there and doing something that's somewhat considered normal,
Yeah.
So
now,
yeah.
In terms of your type of show,
Yeah.
You're a comedian, self-proclaimed that you're a magician, illusionist, and a comedian.
Yeah.
And how did you fold the comedy side into your shows?
Well, first, obviously the magic came first, right? So I kind of learned how to do the stuff that I really was good at in the magic realm, and once when I did it and I performed it, I couldn't tell you how many times, man. I don't know, in front of how many people, I don't know. But, just getting more and more comfortable in front of people, doing the tricks and stuff like that. So once when I felt super comfortable doing that, then the comedy slowly kind of took over in a way. So like I spent years and years and years like watching Comedy Central and reading like books, like even how to do stand-up comedy and stuff, and just watching actual live comedians. I can't tell you how many comedians I've seen, and just looking at their timing and the way that they work a crowd, and the way that they like speak, and the way that they set up a joke, which is the same thing as setting up a trick. Really, it's just funny. So you're just kind of combining them together and just making them work. And sometimes it works great, and sometimes it's possible you could totally bomb on stage and it doesn't go well, and then you're like, okay, well, that didn't work, and you just try something else next time. And
well, you've got some I got to tell you, Ben, you've got some fans on YouTube who are saying yes, that this is the funniest magician you've ever had. Will also be hard to top. And
it's only the only magician you've ever had, so
and a yay Ben from I'm going to pronounce her. You'll have to help me, Ben. Athecia.
I don't have my glasses on.
Athecia, thank you.
Yeah, she's a friend of mine. Hey, girl, how you doing?
And yes, so we've got a few people who are commenting on the side there, but I'll tell you,
I don't know everybody.
Enough of the commenting. I think everybody would love to see a sample of a little bit of your work. And
sure, so, what the hey? This is totally unplanned. So
yeah, who knew that you would be doing such a thing?
Yeah, this is so on the fly, right? I just woke up on a normal Thursday and was like, hey, why not? I'm bored. I want to make my day more interesting. So
all right. Well, I'm going to for the next few moments, I am turning the show over to, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ben Pratt.
All right. Well, here, this is a good way to get people's attention, right? So, you just walk down the street and you just flash money at them. In this case, it's $100 bill. It's a real $100 bill, right? This is a very terrifying trick to do, especially with the financial struggles that people have had in 2020. I also have a pencil here, the analog version of said trick. And so what we're going to do, you take the $100 bill and you fold it, okay, the hot dog way, not the hamburger way, because that's weird. And we're going to fold it on both sides like this, okay? And all you have to do is you're going to take the tip, just the tip, and we're going to put it inside the pencil right there, okay? So you can kind of see it makes this T formation, right? So what I want you to do is I want you to watch the very tip right there, okay? Because that's exactly what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to make this $100 bill not so happy now. So if I just use a little like that, you can see it actually pokes a hole all the way through the bill like that. And naturally, this would probably hurt some people's feelings because that. But we're gonna fix it though. Okay, we're gonna fix it. I'm gonna make it whole again. Okay, and you just pull it right down, just like this, and you should hear no noise whatsoever. Okay. Oh boy. Well, that didn't work. So I guess in that case, we'll just have to resort to some real magic then, and hopefully it can be completely restored back into one whole piece. Jazz hands. So we can try that again. We'll try that again, okay? And we're going to fold it into a nice little V formation here, okay? So you can see the dollar bill. It's going to be sitting there cradling like a little baby, okay? So instead of 1 point, okay, you just got to watch the whole surface right here in the very bottom, okay? So we're going to take the pencil. We're going to put the pencil back inside like so. So you can see, no question, that it's just sitting right there inside of the $100 bill right there. And with just a little bit of a magic and some rub, you'll see the moment where it actually starts to slowly actually fuse all the way through that dollar, just like that. And that's the $100 bill, and that's the pencil, and that's one way how to get people's attention. There you go. That's my first piece of magic, I guess you can say. I'm a big fan of torn and restored stuff here. So if anybody who's watching can comment real quick, okay, and just name any playing card, okay? Name any playing card, but don't say the Queen of Hearts, okay? Don't say the Queen of Hearts because this is the one that's in my hand, okay? So that's no bueno, all right? So the first person who actually says a card besides the Queen of Hearts that comments, we're gonna try to do something. If not, I'm just gonna do it anyway, okay? So I'll show my hands completely empty, like this, right? If you take the card like this, it wouldn't really matter what card anyone said anyway, because, well, Joker's wild. You see right there. That's a terrible joke, but I love doing it anyway. Okay, so here. This is another fun thing. This is called the folding card trick. No, it's not. It's called the torn or restored card. So I even tell you what the punchline is before I even do the trick, because it's going to be that intense. Okay, it's like a teepee and a wigwam. It's intense. Thank you. It's free. So we're going to take the card like this, and we're going to fold it down, really crease it really good. Okay, and once we crease it, we're going to take this card, okay, and we're going to tear it up. We're going to tear it up into 4 pieces. Okay, so here's the first one. Okay, you can see the tear right there. There's the first one, clearly genuine, real tear right there. The next 2 cards, we're going to place them inside each other, and we're going to fold them. And so we're going to make 4 pieces like this. You can see the 4 pieces. Yes. All right. And we're going to get rid of 2. I'm just going to put them on my table for a second here. Okay. So now that we have the 2. Okay, we have this piece and this piece. Watch, it's kind of like almost like magnets here. If we do this just right, we just take those 2 pieces. You can see them just sitting there right there. Now watch, with just a little bit of once when you just touch them, once again, just the tips, just like that. And if you go like this and you rub the 2 edges, and it looks like those 2 edges actually stick together, as if by magic. So here we're gonna take the next one. The next one. Here's the other one, right there. Okay. So watch this piece. Watch this piece right here. We're going to take that. It's going to stick right to it. Okay. Right there. It only takes a second for it to mold together as if by magic. You can see the other one just kind of sticking right there. Now the last one is in fact the most difficult because we're using 2 edges. Okay. 2 edges right here. Here it is. That's the last one. Right. So now that we're going to use the 2 edges, we're going to do them at the same time, thus making it twice as difficult. Okay, so we take it like this. Watch right there. Okay, so if we take those 2 edges just like that, with a little bit of a blow and a gentle twist, you can see that card manages to completely restore as if nothing ever happened. Wow, I actually heard someone clapping. I didn't realize that that clap was so loud. It came from 100 miles away. That's amazing. Okay.
How did that happen?
It happened very well, actually. So, yeah. Actually, I'll do one more thing. I was hoping if we can have a wonderful volunteer, because I heard that there was someone that was on hold in hopes that we can use a volunteer to actually interact with someone.
We do have a volunteer from the town of Jaffrey, and I am going to bring our volunteer, Tanya Cook Marshall, on right now.
All right, cool.
And remove me.
There she is. Well, hi there. How are you?
Oh, hi.
Oh, there we go. Yay, so excited. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. Okay, I'm going to read your mind. I'm going to get inside of your head brain. Okay, a very dark and mysterious place, right? And so I have a little piece of paper here. It's a notepad, actually. And I'm going to start by writing something down, a little bit of a guess. Okay, let's see. I'm going to get a good look at you here. Okay, you got some nice red glasses there. Hair just past the ears, kind of a casual shirt. Okay, it gives me an idea of what I think you might guess. It tells a lot about a person. So here, I'm going to go like that, a little of this. Yep. Okay, I think I got a good start here. Tanya, name any four-legged animal.
Dog.
A dog. Look at that. Oh, snap. There's the dog right there. That's a terrible trick. Let's try again. So here. Let's see. Name any famous celebrity. Okay, any famous celebrity right now. Wait, hold on. Okay, good. Name any famous celebrity.
Oh, goodness.
I know it's on the spot.
Let's do Marlon Brando.
Marlon Brando. Look at that. Marlon Brando in his older years. There he is. Okay. Fantastic. All right. No, for real. Now, I know it looks a little strange. But can you tell what I'm writing at all?
No.
No. How did you know that? That's crazy. All right, for real. We're going to do a trick now. Okay. So I'm going to write down. Here's what I'm going to do. Okay. I'm going to write down the name of a playing card. Okay. I'm going to write down the name of a playing card. One I think you might choose. Now, don't pick the ace of spades and don't pick the queen of hearts because that's so boring. Everyone always picks it. Okay, so here, I'm gonna think. This is the one I think. Okay, I'm gonna lock it in. I'm gonna fold it up. Okay, it'll fit right there. I recapped, and so all you have to do at this point is simply name any playing card. I'll keep this right in view so everyone can see it. Okay, what was the card?
9 of diamonds.
9 of diamonds?
Yeah.
Girl, stop it. How did that happen? I'm already impressed. I already know the punchline. That's crazy. Because look, this is the name of the playing card right here. There it is. Your card is the way. I forgot to tell you that. Yeah, you know how you name your dog Spot or your cat Fluffy or whatever.
Right.
Right? 9 of diamonds, right?
Right.
Yeah, that's the name of the playing card. And don't worry, I'm going to prove it to you right now. I know, right? What's the point of it? Here, I have a thing right over here. I have a deck of playing cards that have been sitting inside right next to me, okay? Now, this is a special deck of playing cards. I'm going to be straight with you, okay? This is a specially doctored deck of cards. And I'm going to show you why and how it is right now, okay? Because inside of this deck, I have taken the time to actually write the name on the back of every single playing card here, okay? So that one is Alan. We have Shane. I'll even go to the next one. Charlie. Is that Charlie? Yeah, that's my dad's name. We have Adam. We have, okay, you get the idea, right?
Right.
Your card was the 9 of diamonds, right?
Right.
Okay, look. If we go through here, and we're going to find the 9 and I'll do it this way so everyone can see. There should be one card. Oh, there it is right there. One card right there. Hold on. Where is it? It's hard to do this in the camera. Sorry. What are the chances of this card, the 9 of diamonds, to have the name Clyde on the very back of that card, just like that?
Wow.
And there you go. That's the Clyde trick.
Magic.
Yeah. Magics. Magix, because the kids like that. Well, that's it, Tanya. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're a pro. Thanks for coming on. I really appreciate it. Hopefully we
Thank
can
you.
actually do a show in real life someday, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, yeah. Well, thank you. That there you go. There's some of the close-up magic that I like to do. So oh, I can't hear you, Steve.
There we go. Where we go.
Okay.
I was muted. I didn't want you to hear all of my applause that would overpower the broadcast.
No, thank you. The one smattering person of applause really
Yeah,
helped big up the ego. So that's
It
fantastic.
could have been tough. Could have been tough. But I was just saying to thank you to Tanya for being our volunteer audience member. She had emailed in when we asked for some volunteers yesterday on Facebook. Thank you, Tanya.
Yeah.
So now, Ben, I assume from what you're talking about in your bio, you play at the Mohegan Sun, and you play at big venues, small venues. I assume you also do corporate events. You do holiday parties, that type of stuff.
Yep, absolutely. I've probably worked with close to 100 different corporations would be my guess. A lot of banquets and stuff like that. I've done these things called trade shows where I help do magic and to sell certain products for whatever it is that they're selling or a service. Let me think. I was once kind of the poster boy for United Way once, where we raised a whole ton of money for people who are less fortunate. I've done a lot of good handful of schools and raise money for them, doing like fundraising shows and stuff like that. Has been over thousands and thousands of dollars. I genuinely don't know how much money it's been, but that's one of my favorite parts about being a performer. I like doing good things for good people, because it makes me feel really good. Knowing that I'm making other people feel really good in more ways than one. And that's always been kind of a personal thing for me, just wanting to just be this good person. So, the way I see it is the day where I'm no longer here anymore, I'll be, hopefully have this nice legacy of someone that helped change the community a little bit. So that's very important to me.
Well, for people to get in touch with you, to either see where you're going, where you're performing when we finally get back out. There are a couple of places that you've told us, and one is on Facebook. We're broadcasting partially right now.
Yep. Facebook.com/Ben Pratt Magic is where I post some things every now and then. It hasn't been as often because 2020. However, there are definitely going to be some things coming up for 2021. I want people to be surprised. I won't tell them until it actually happens. It doesn't happen until it happens, right? So there is a new website that's coming that I'm currently working on. So when that's done, it's going to be kind of a new, fresh take on my old website. So stay tuned for that.
Well, God willing, by the fall, that we're going to certainly be in a much better place. So people thinking about a holiday party, I mean, these months go very quickly. And so if you're thinking about that, you might want to talk to Ben. Also, if you want to email Ben, very simple, benprattmagic@gmail.com.
benprattmagic@gmail.com. And I usually don't give out my phone number because my phone number is so easy that people screw it up. So it's just 903-9030. So I get a lot of missed calls from a lot of old ladies who push too many 9s and 3s. It happens more often than I'm willing to admit. So
I'm not going to guess what phone calls you'd get from our audience, but you never know. Hopefully
I've gotten it. So
hopefully you'll get some good email. That will be maybe just people saying they enjoyed your performance, a sample of your show.
That would be great.
Or
really nice.
And I should say that Ben and I are talking about, and I think we're going to figure it out, that we're going to, towards the end of February, there will be a live ticketed show that we will produce from the stage of the Park Theater with Ben performing his magic to an online audience, not to an audience filled in the theater so far, but we're working on that. So hopefully we'll get that all the details of that worked out and ticketing and let everybody know about it.
Yeah.
And
this is also kind of the first type of show.
Whoop, sorry.
Oh, that's all right. This is also the first type of show like this that I've ever done personally. So I've never done a ticketed live event before, like even on a stage. It's a brand new concept, so there's going to be definitely some new stuff in the show that will be tailored towards a very interactive audience. So a lot of the stuff was going to rely on comments during the live show, as well as actual people coming on, kind of like what Tanya just did. So a lot of it's going to be super interactive and super in your face, and also at the same time very family oriented. So everyone who wants to watch is welcome to watch it. There's no
I know
nothing too naughty that's going to be in the show.
I know we had someone saying that they were there. They've been watching this show with her 3 sons. So
good.
So that's good to know that it's a family oriented show. So you can, and again, when you buy a ticket, it's per household. We'll probably do this show live as we did with the It's a Wonderful Life show. We do it live first, and then we have it archived for later viewing. In case you couldn't make it on the live part of it.
Yeah.
So
you can still watch it even if you're not there when it's actually happening.
That's right.
Yeah.
And or you can tell friends that, hey, I saw it live. You got to watch this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so it should be a lot of fun. And so stay tuned. Ben, is there anything that you want to leave us with? Is there another something with your hands? Another?
You want to see a little something extra?
A little bonus at the end. I'm putting Ben on the spot. We didn't arrange for this, so.
Oh, not at all.
Not ready.
Not
to
at
do
all.
It.
I had no idea this was going to happen. Oh my goodness!
Who knew this was going to happen?
Yeah, right. Actually, well, the trick that I'll do for you right now is actually one that I really perfected, and this is what I like to call the trick that also got me to go to Vegas. So, and it's not really kind of a big deal, but at the same time, it's one of my favorite tricks in the world. So I just uses a couple rubber bands like this. A lot of people ask me where I get my rubber bands from. I say Staples. It's very exciting. And these are a size 19 rubber band. Now, I have no idea what that means, but if someone asks me what my size is, I have an answer for them. It's very exciting, right? So what you do is you take the 2 rubber bands and you kind of hold them at the tips of your fingers like this, and you just kind of interlock them like this, okay? It's kind of weird to show on camera here, but if you do it just right, you can see they kind of can't go off without cheating, right? Because this would be kind of considered cheating, just have it kind of pop off your finger like that. But if you do it just right, you can see, I'll do it right here, so right in front of everybody, so you can see that they can't go through or through either side just like that. But if you rub right in the middle, you'll see one strand at a time, they just kind of melt straight through each other like that. It happens very fast.
Hey, wait a minute. How did that happen?
Very well. But
yes,
I'll do it one more time, okay? So
all right.
Kind of see how they're locked together like that. No question, clearly locked together like that. But if you rub, you'll see it just kind of melt straight through each other just like that.
All right. Well done, Ben. Well done.
It does come apart though. That's the only secret. You have to use your teeth. You have to use your teeth. So if you do it just right, you just kind of bite it like that. But it's only good for like 5 seconds because of the humidity. So if you do it just right, you can just kind of stick it right back together again, pretty much like that.
Wait a minute.
Don't tell anyone how it works though. Okay. Don't let people know I'm a fake.
That's why it's magic. Hey, Ben, one of our commenters And I'm sorry, I think they're coming from YouTube, and it's CV Raymond.
Okay.
Is asking the question, is the show, I'm assuming the show that we're going to produce with you, going to use the straitjacket? Are you going to do the Houdini straitjacket? Have you mastered that illusion?
Well, I don't know who this person is, but obviously they've seen my show before. And I do have a straitjacket routine that I do.
Wow.
And and it's also, it ties into kind of what I do. It's very silly and very stupid and also very entertaining. So it's kind of a race against the clock type trick. Don't really want to say what else and why, but if you've seen the show, then you know what it is. I've done it forever, for years and years and years, and it's always been for my one-man show anyway. It's how I close my one-man show.
All right.
So, yeah, I hope you enjoy it. I don't want to spoil.
Well, everyone, stay tuned. We're gonna hopefully be presenting Ben on our stage virtually. Watch him at home. Have a lot of fun. Whole family. We'll be making an announcement very soon about that. So, Ben, I thank you for being our guest today on Monadnock Tonight.
Yeah. By the way, when that lady introduced me at the beginning,
yes,
that was great. That was the most New Hampshire introduction I've ever gotten. I thought that was great.
Oh, really?
Well, I know. Well, it's just, with the Mount Monadnock.
Oh, yeah. No, all the.
And the way that it was just I don't know. I loved it. It made me feel at home. So
yeah, well, you deserve it. You deserve that type of intro.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
No, you do. And thank you. Thank you for your magic. Thank you for giving us a little bit of your background. And as I say, we hope to be seeing more of Ben at the Park Theater. And so thank you, Ben, and we will see you most definitely soon.
Sooner rather than later, right?
Yes. All right.
Thank you, Steve.
Bye-bye. Big thank you to Ben Pratt. And that's a lot of fun, folks. I think we all can see that. Or you don't see it all. That's part of why it's magic. But Ben is a great guy, and he's fun, makes it fun, makes it enjoyable, and hopefully we'll be bringing more of Ben to our audience at the Park Theater. That's our show for today. And as we end, I always like to be able to ask you if you would, or you can ask us if you have any questions. I would like to sponsor our program. Do you have an idea for a guest, someone as good as Ben Pratt? Please recommend them. We like to find new talent that may not be that well known throughout the Monadnock region. So, and we have a lot of talent within just the confines of Monadnock, let alone as we move out into New England and beyond. But so if you have questions, if you have someone that you'd like to see about a guest, they're a performer, they've written a book, an opera singer, any of the above, we've had them as guests here on Monadnock Tonight. And then, as we always say, at these troubled times, to be safe, be healthy, always be kind to others, and be hopeful, because we're going to turn this around in 2021. And let's think positive. And I'm Steve Jackson again. Thank you for joining us. I thank our guest, Ben Pratt. I thank our volunteer, Tonya Cook-Marshall. And we will see you again next week on Monadnock Tonight.